We are going to warm up together today. So I haven't done any singing yet today, and my voice is feeling a little dodgy. So we're going to start really gentle. Couple of things to remember. First of all, a lot of these aren't going to be easy. So it'll take you a few goes to get used to it, but what we don't want is for you to try and tense up to compensate for your lack of experience doing these exercises. So let it be a mess. It doesn't matter if it sounds all over the shop, we just want it to feel good. A good rule of thumb is if you're getting tired, more and more tired, or your voice is feeling more and more worn out as you're warming up, then you're doing too much. So see if you can let it sound like what it is. Just let it be a mess if it's a mess. But what you want is, as you're going through your warm-ups, to be feeling more and more agile, for your voice to be feeling more and more in better condition and more warmed up. So with that said, we're going to start with our retraction exercise. So before we do that, we're going to do a quick posture check. So feet flat on the ground. Just going to adjust my chair. Feet flat on the ground. You want your heart over your hips, head over your heart. And you can do a couple of shoulder rolls if you've got tight shoulders. And just bring them to rest, sort of down and back. And let your tummy go. We're going to breathe into the belly, make the belly really round, and a nice slow out breath. Here we go. So I'm breathing through an imaginary straw on the out breath, just doing a nice slow out breath. Let's do it again. Breathing into the belly. Sorry if you can hear the traffic. Let's do one more. Good. Now I'm not going to explain retraction because that's a separate video, so if you don't know what retraction is, go watch that. I'll wait. So we're going to do our retraction exercise now, for those of you who know what that is. And starting on hissing, opening out to silent breath. So all on the out breath. Together. And again. Keep the tongue high and forward again. Good, making sure you're breathing into your belly. Now we're going to do one more this time. Keep breathing out until you run completely out of air. So starting on a hiss. Keep going. Go, go, go. When you're totally out of air, take that recovery breath. Let's do that again. Hissing. Keep breathing out. When you're totally out, recovery breath. Good. Keep that wide open retraction feeling. You can come back to that at any time, but you want to make sure that you maintain that through the rest of your warm-ups. Now we're going through my list. So starting with some lip trills, unpitched, whatever you want to do. So I'm starting small and getting wider as I'm feeling a little bit better in my voice. And lip trills are a really good way of feeling out how your voice is feeling today. Some days my top range will be totally gone until I've warmed up, so it's just a good way to gauge where you're at. Good. Alright, now on to Sirens. So we're going to start with NG Sirens. Again, there's another video about Sirens. Go watch that first if you don't know what that is. The rest of us, we're just going to start with NG. So starting at the top. Now when I'm doing Sirens, I'm thinking front to back. So as I go up in pitch, I'm sending my voice that way. As I go down in pitch, I'm sending my voice that way. That kind of keeps your larynx nice and stable so that you're not dipping low for the low notes and thinking really high for the high notes. So just to keep the larynx as stable as you can, thinking front to back. Here we go. Keeping that retraction. So breath control starts as early as the sirens. So as you're doing your sirens, see if you can do 3, 4, 5 laps around your range before you need to take a breath. That's where the breath control is going to start to improve. Let's go through E now. Same thing, don't get too loud, nice and whiny tone. Good. And last one is R. Hang on, I need to catch my breath. Here we go. Alright, my voice is feeling better already actually. Let's now do descending patterns, so high voices, start here, low voices, you can start here. Here we go. On an E, keeping it really whiny, keep your siren intact, here we go. Retract. Send the low notes forward. Good. Alright, arpeggios we're going to do. In fact, I'll just do them. Here we go. So here or here. Stretch. Good. All right, we're just going to do thirds pattern now. So this is here we go. So here or here, and so starting with spoken, just doing some retracted. Remember, all sound, very little air. And down low. Now silently. Looking for that contact, that kissing of the vocal cords. Good. Now we're going to do a staccato exercise to help with that closure. So exactly the same as before, all sound, very little breath, but staying retracted as well. So we don't want to get really tight. Here or here, wherever's comfortable. We're going to go. So that one is tiring because you're almost holding your breath. So take a couple of breaths here. Now we're going to do intervals. Okay, so this one is so this is just a bit of a stretch. If you're not bang on the pitches, don't stress too much. Like I said, got to feel good, doesn't have to sound good. So we go. Fertility exercise. So this is 3 5-note scales. We go. All right. Now we're going to do triplets. So this is ni na ni na ni na. Here we go. Here or here. Ni na ni na ni na ni na ni na ni na. We're going to do one that I love now. We're going to do some minor pentatonic patterns. So here's the first one. We might start, let's start here. And we go. Whoa, yeah, yeah. I'll turn my keyboard down so you can hear me. So this is descending triplets. Here we go. Ready and whoa, 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 whoa.